3 months ago, we kicked our parents out.
So this is where you're staying?
No, you're winding us up.
I'm not winding you up.
And since then, Mum and Dad have been living in the container. And without them knowing, we have transformed their old kitchen, built a Bluetooth toilet, a gym, and a baby room. But by now, we should have been finished.
Where you're staying for the next 2-3 months.
But 3 months later, their home is still looking like a building site. But it's not our fault their roof needed replacing and their house was riddled with mold. But since fixing the major problems, the end is in sight. Maybe after all, we can get the parents in, ready for Christmas. Christmas at the Idiot's household is the most amazing day.
Swing it!
And every year without fail, we have Christmas at this house. But since kicking Mum and Dad out 3 months ago, and them not having a single clue when they're coming back, it has raised quite a serious concern.
What's the hardest part of this whole thing?
Not knowing if I'm going to be able to cook a Christmas dinner.
And in all honesty, we don't know whether we're able to get it done in time. But we're gonna try.
And start to tackle the heart of the home. Here we go.
In this episode, we are building our parents their dream living room. Starting by clearing out the living room to make way for the amazing plans we've got. We will touch on those a little bit more in detail later on. But for now, thanks to clearing this room out, it reminded us of something very special.
This thing's pumped up.
This is Mum and Dad's old coffee table, a cherished piece of furniture that has been around since we were babies.
And this is one of 3 things that Mum and Dad told us they want to keep.
Alongside this, they also wanted to keep their old dining room table, which we have rehomed and upgraded with brand new dining room chairs. And also Dad's Grand's china set, which we have boxed up and packaged away so carefully and stored it away out of sight because it's so outdated.
And as for the coffee table, there is no way we are putting this in the brand new living room before touching it and making it look way better. Now, we've never done restoring furniture before, but we're going to try our best for Mum's coffee table. We've got a sanding pad. We've ordered some oil, which is arriving later on in the week. Hopefully, this thing will be brought back to brand new.
So I got straight to work sanding this thing back super carefully. And the colour difference was crazy.
And me and Mads are in here getting ready to paint the entire living room, which is going to be so sick.
Because we're on a mission to make some crazy progress, while I was sanding outside, Maddie and Toby was inside painting away. And like always, it's fresh plaster, so we applied a mist coat of watered down paint. Everything was going super smoothly. Maddie and Toby were painting, and I was outside still sanding away. I was being super careful because my whole life Dad's told me how expensive this coffee table was. But despite my best efforts, this coffee table seems to not be what it's made out to be.
Uh-oh. Turns out that this table was a fake. I was sanding back the table, and I sanded a bit too far because there's a bit of a stubborn bit. And underneath here, it's just MDF prime board. Like, it's not even real wood. What the hell? All these little things here I sanded back so carefully, they're all fake. I sanded back this one a bit deeper because it was a bit sticking uppy. And now it's ruined. And there's no way to resurrect that. That's just screwed. That table is screwed. So Dad, when you finally come to watching this and I ask where your table's gone, your real wood table that you spent thousands of pounds on was fake.
This was actually quite a sad sight. I'm laughing now, but deep down we were actually so excited to restore this.
Hopefully they don't kill us when they find out.
But nevertheless, bad things happen and progress still needs to continue. To make up for the loss, we have ordered the most amazing coffee table, which we'll be showing you guys later on.
And look at the colour of this room now. It's white everywhere, and it really feels like we're making crazy progress again.
It's crazy. And look at this log burner, how much it stands out now when the walls are white and not the ugly colour it was before.
It's actually insane.
Oh, I can't wait to paint it the colour I'm about to paint it now.
And for the walls, we've gone for this one.
Ooh.
And for the feature wall, we've gone for a slightly darker one.
These colours are going to look crazy nice and we have some amazing plans for them. But before we can touch any colour, we have actually found out it's easier to paint the ceiling first and cut in the colour after. So with the white for the ceiling, Maddie is running around all the edges and cutting them in. And then going in with a roller to complete the ceiling.
Alright, and with the ceiling painted, it's probably a good time to talk about the plans of this thing, because this room is not going to be just one colour, and there's a lot going to be happening.
Now this room is actually massive, spanning 4 meters one way and 5 meters the other. One wall is taken up by this window which looks out into the garden, and in the corner opposite we've already installed the log burner.
But most importantly in the living room, we need a massive wall-mounted TV.
And directly opposite the TV,
we have ordered the biggest, coziest, comfiest old corner sofa that we could possibly find, and that's coming at the end of the week. And that means we need to finish this room.
so it's time to paint. Oh, look at that colour! That's nice.
And thanks to Maddie's dad, Darren's advice about painting the ceiling first, I'm cutting in nicely. Meanwhile, on the other side of the room, Maddie was rolling the wall.
That looks so good.
We would never normally finish the living room this early on into the build, but the sofa that we fell in love with had an 8-week delivery time. So we ordered it, and then 5 weeks later, the sofa is arriving. Which is amazing, but what it means is we're having to rush ahead and get the living room completed.
What do you reckon to this?
This place looks crazy. I love that you can just paint a room and you just spawn a room in.
I think this is the perfect colour, the perfect idea. It's going to match the sofa so well.
Yeah.
Woo! This looks sick. Well done, babe.
Thank you very much.
3 of the walls were finally done, and in my opinion, looking absolutely amazing.
But for this wall, we've got something quite particular. This one is going to be a bit of a darker colour because that is the feature wall with the archway. However, because the archway is not going to have a door on it, it's got to match what's on the other side, but we don't think that's a bad thing anyway. Because when you come in here, it's looking a little bit boring. So we're going to paint that wall too with dark and see how it looks. We started painting the colour on the wall to match in the corner, and it looks horrific. The colour we chose is like a browny red, and it's nowhere near good.
It's like an orange turd. But the colour that we had on the walls here just looks so amazing. So I think we're going to continue that all through the house, and Gabby's artwork is just going to be the feature piece.
Yes, that's right. Because the colour we chose we didn't like for the feature wall, we're going to continue that all the way through, and we've got Gabby coming around later on to do a feature artwork piece. With one side of the archway done, we moved on to the other side, and this looks so much better.
Goodbye, ugliness. Hello, you. That's pucker. Woo!
We didn't realise how much this wall needed to be a different colour to the rest of them. And in our opinion, this is the perfect colour to choose. And it just went that next level after we added a second coat, added a floating mirror to the room,
Hey, look at that.
and added the dining room table back into its original place. Now this living room is looking absolutely crazy nice.
All the painting done, and this room is looking so much better and about to get even better because the most exciting part of the painting is about to happen. Introducing Gabby! Gabby!
Gabby has got something exciting planned. In the corner of the living room next to the sofa, she is doing a custom piece of artwork that our mum will love. This is how the house used to look, and mum had giraffes slathered everywhere. And sometimes you wouldn't even notice it, but they're there. And Gabby has done so many awesome pieces of art for us. Most recently the Winnie the Pooh, but previously on the lorry too. She is so talented and is going to attempt to paint mum her own baby giraffe. But drawing is pretty technical. To make it realistic, she marked out the rough height of a giraffe and then cracked on to drawing out the rough outline and shape. But this takes a hell of a long time and lots of patience. So while Gabby was working on this, we actually decided to head upstairs.
Us idiots are finishing up what we left off in the last episode.
If you missed it, this is Toby's bedroom, and we smashed it up. All of it was completely outdated and rubbish, and once we cleared his whole room out, we moved him into his new temporary bedroom, the gym.
At the end of this week, I'm going to be jacked.
And then we started smashing out the walls to make way for the brand new walk-in shower.
And that means we need to start removing this wall and building a new one for the walk-in shower.
But right now, our walls are unsupported.
And our timbers are wobbly, but this part of the wall we actually want to keep. So we had the perfect plan.
Get out our wall.
There, that's one.
By removing the wobbly bits of timber in the wall, it allows us to install our own 3x2, which will slot in and act as a brand new joist.
For a new stud wall. Sick.
And once we screwed that into place and it was sturdy, we could then multi-tool a straight line all the way up, so when we remove the wall, it doesn't affect the other side in the bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta smash these tiles off.
Oh, I wondered why I wasn't going through.
Give him a smash. Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa! Right!
Looked. Oh!
Alright, back to it.
With the tiles removed, we can then finish the straight line up the wall and then start smashing it out of the way.
That's solid. Oh my god, you can see the bathroom.
Show me how it's done, Toby.
Whoa!
I don't know what these old builders did, but these walls, when they were trying to kick them through, were solid.
Oh! Oh my god! The toilet's broke.
That's a real stinker.
But once we got the majority of it off, the rest of it just started to flick away.
Yeah, that's it.
And as a team, this wall stood no match.
Hey, nice.
That is sick. You can do it straight through like an old sweep.
That's so crazy. This is the first time I've ever seen this in the house, by the way. The bathroom from the bedroom. Isn't it weird that our whole life, the thing that separated the bedroom from the bathroom was this bit of wood?
It's just a bit of plasterboard and wood. It's so random.
What the hell? Crazy. So now we can remove the wood and then build our walk-in shower.
So that is exactly what we did. One by one, the timbers come out and the structure of the previous walls remained. And like every demolition job, it caused a lot of mess. But once we got that cleared up and out the way, we could start to plan the bathroom layout.
Oh, look at that. That looks crazy.
Imagine just showering here.
And you're showering there, I'm pooing here. There's so much room for everyone. Beforehand, it was like a one-person wonder this room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Already, that's like doubled the room size.
Yeah, it's insane. This is a big upgrade.
Look how small and pathetic the previous one was. Look, man, we're sharing the same shower.
But this shower tray is a gift that just keeps giving.
Oh, and it's anti-slip.
That's good for those oldies.
No, but you know, Dad actually has one of those things where he's like, he won't shower in showers unless it's anti-slip, but he always uses them mats. Yeah, the old mats, yeah.
One in there and it's.
But the bottom of this is literally already anti-slippy. Sick. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it a surprise to me that this thing's anti-slip? And that's because we actually found this in a skip. A merchant's was binning it. We took it out and said, can we just take this because it's in the skip? And he went, yeah, that's old stock, we can't sell it anymore. So, brand new anti-slip shower tray for Nout. Happy days.
But after we took back some plastic of the shower tray, we soon realised why it was in the skip.
Oh, there you go. That's probably why it was in a skip.
But that damage is purely cosmetic, and thanks to a wall we're about to install, you're not going to see it anyway.
Time to build a wall.
So we started by flying the timbers in. And don't forget, whilst we was doing this, back downstairs, Gabby was making some major progress on the giraffe. This is the base rough sketch, and when she starts to paint this is going to transform. Her words, not mine. I already think this looks crazy. Meanwhile, Maddie and I were making our timbers strong. In between vertical studs in the wall, you put noggins, and this just makes this whole wall pucker. And with the timbers in, it was time for the plasterboard.
Nice.
We were so worried about this cupboard taking up too much space in Toby's room, but strangely enough, the more plasterboard you put on, the bigger the room looked.
How do you feel now you got your wall, Toby?
Oh, this is sick. To be honest, because it was a cupboard, the room's not got any smaller. Like, it's actually quite big in here still.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. So now this wall's in, I've actually sent the measurements over to one of my best friends, Ahmed, and we've come up with an insane design for this place.
Looks pretty good to be fair.
It's gonna be so sick. Check this out.
As soon as you walk into the room, you are greeted with the bed, the TV on the right, and a desk in the far corner. And back on the other side is going to be Toby's wardrobe. That's a mega upgrade compared to his last one.
And these plans are insane. What an upgrade from what was in here before. I'm so excited, actually.
You're gonna get your own space back there.
It's gonna be so nice. No more gym floor.
But just to take Toby's room that extra further, we are upgrading the lights in this place. And these are sick.
So this is essentially sunken in LED profile. So when I take this out, so the LEDs sit in here and this plasters to the roof.
And just before we can install those, it's time to say goodbye to the old stuff.
Oh, damn it, this is gonna be a long process.
And whilst Toby started removing the rest of his old, boring, terrible LEDs, I had marked up the ceiling and Toby started cutting it out. This is so horrible and dusty, but it'll be made worth it when Toby can turn on LED strips via a remote.
Now.
Once it was cut, we could flick out all the old stuff, and then we had a straight line for us to put our new LED profile. And the reason why this stuff looks so weird is because you actually plaster it in, and then it becomes invisible in with the roof.
This is very exciting, and to make this look good, all we need now is a...
Gavin! He's here to plaster.
Gavin today is a man on a mission, and his task is to try and make that light look amazing. First thing he did was defy gravity and stick plaster to the ceiling. And whilst that stuff became tacky, he moved onto the wall that we just built for the shower tray. And by the time he finished that, the ceiling was tacky and he could start troweling in the light. This bit of plastering is the most important bit to get right. If you do this well, it looks amazing.
Blush then, look.
But that was going to take a lot of time. So whilst Gavin was working away upstairs in the bedroom,
Us idiots are downstairs because we have an exciting delivery.
Whoa!
Look at that thing. Wait, what?
I don't think that's meant to happen.
What?
The boxes just come off.
whilst Gavin was plastering, we had our TV arrive. And it was way bigger than we expected.
Nice. Look at this.
Oh, this is crazy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
God.
look at that.
That is
Now this is so exciting because previously, Mum always had her TV on this weird stand, which was raised up by this weird thing underneath it, and she always wanted her TV to be wall mounted, and now she finally is gonna have a wall mounted TV.
It's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be sick. Let's get it on the wall.
But in order to mount a TV on a wall, there is a few steps to make sure it's safe and secure. At the price that this thing was, I never want this falling off the wall.
Nugget? Oh.
And judging by that, I don't want to risk letting Toby bolt it in. So whilst Toby worked on the back of the TV, I was on the bracket that actually screws to the wall. And after we bolted about too many screws...
Oh, solid!
And by the time I finished that, Toby had finished with the back of the TV.
Guys, harder!
And with both of them installed, it's time to see this thing finally floating on the wall.
This is where we don't drop the TV.
Hey, you're not on.
Where am I? Oh, still not. Where's the...
I'm on.
Oh, we're in!
I don't want to let go.
Get off! And there's our TV! That's Parker, we got a TV on the wall!
This looks absolutely crazy and is a massive upgrade to what they had before. But by the time we'd finished that, Gavin had finished the upstairs.
Upstairs in Toby's room, Gavin has already finished the plastering, and check out the flush that profile is. That looks so much better. This wall's done, and at the same time as doing all that, Gavin managed to find time to do the hallway too, so that is now drying and made massive progress. But of course, plastering takes about 3 to 4 days to dry, so we can't paint or decorate anything in Toby's room right now, so we actually have to finish the living room for the end of this video. And amongst the whole chaos of everything going on, Gabby has finally finished what she calls her rough sketch of a giraffe. This looks blinking insane.
It's like a zombie. It's a trust the process kind of situation.
What do you mean looks like a zombie? This thing looks so realistic.
It's
The
great.
eye, that's done in my opinion.
It's great and it's got no spots. Like, that's kind of the whole point.
But why is the sketch so detailed?
Well, I'm trying a new technique. Kind of what we did upstairs, but I'm hoping that the shadows will show through. Because I'm going to water down the acrylic to make a watercolory kind of paste. So that's hopefully,
Pretty sick.
yeah.
Nice.
So once again, Gabby chose to paint overnight. So whilst us idiots were sleeping away, Gabby was bringing this piece of art to life. When she paints overnight, she says it just helps her concentrate, and she finds it easier to get lost in the artwork. Us idiots work some crazy hours, but after 12 PM, we become useless. But Gabby, on the other hand, just seems to thrive. The next morning when we woke up, we were greeted with the most realistic crazy giraffe ever.
And the next morning, the giraffe is officially blinking. Now look how good this looks, by the way. What do you reckon to Jeffrey, Toby?
Jeffrey's on the wall.
Jeffrey the giraffe. I think Mum is going to lose her mind.
I love it so much.
Gabby, well done. It looks amazing. Are you happy with it?
I got to do the peanut.
Oh, she's got to paint with normal paint because she's left little marks. But oh, it looks fucking crazy. What the hell?
And me and Josh, we also need to clean up now because this place is a mess.
Yeah, that's true.
So whilst Gabby tidied up her artwork, we were tidying up our workspace. Because today, we are hoping to finish the living room. And the first thing we're attempting to tackle after tidying up is this ugly door.
Whoa! Which is in better days. So we removed what was left of it.
Hey, there we go.
Skip. Now beforehand, all the doors would have been mismatched, half painted, but this time, the doors we've gone for...
Oh, Parker!
Oh, the whole house is getting oaked up, man.
But like always with idiots, the excitement soon stopped because we made a massive mistake.
Uh-oh.
It's a bit short.
It's a bit short and it's way too tall.
A bit narrow.
Damn.
Imagine that. It says a bit short.
So we're gonna have to go order another door. Hopefully that comes in time. But for now, we have had a lucky special man arrive. Where is he? Here he is. We've got Danny Boo.
Oh my god!
I know. Look, she's just still peeking away.
That's insane!
It's crazy, isn't it?
John's gonna love it.
I know. But why are you here, Dan?
Why am I here?
Well,
Oh, to do the lights! I need to do the lights.
look how ugly that thing is. And also, we've got cables out on the giraffe's head, and Dan's gonna fix it.
I'm gonna fix it hard.
And make it look a bit hot.
Once Dan figured out what he was here for, he started removing all the old lights and stripping back the old cable for the new stuff. And for the lighting in this place, we've gone above and beyond. Everything is going to match.
Oh, nice.
And because we spent our whole childhood smashing bulbs, kicking lamps off with our feet, we thought it would be nice to give them something that they would love. And without Dan, we wouldn't even have thought about lights, really. We didn't realize how much a good set actually transforms a room. And with our new set installed and looking amazing, there was one thing that was left to do.
3, 2, 1!
Stop.
Oh, dodgy. So it turns out that the bulbs we bought here aren't dimmable, but when you put dimmable bulbs in them, it's pucker. Well done, Dan. Idiot's fault.
The lights are now all in, dimming properly and all fixed.
And that's super good news because as you can see, it's getting super dark early in England here, and we still need to lay a carpet, which is going to be sick.
Previously, we've already ran around the whole room and added all the gripper rods. And this was a bit fiddly around the fireplace. But now they're in, we can start to bring the underlay in. First things first, roll it all out to the right lengths. And once it was in, turn them upside down because for some reason they roll them back to front. And once the whole surface was covered, cut it to the size of the room. Doing this can become a little bit fiddly.
It's just sad, isn't it? I'm just holding up the Wi-Fi so we can cut it.
But when the underlay is all down and in the room, it starts to get you very excited because the next stage is actually to carpet.
Whose toes are toasty?
Oh, my toes are comfy. All the underlay is now done and cut in, and the echo has all of a sudden just gone,
That's
which
crazy.
is sick.
Didn't think about that.
And now it's time for us to spawn in the carpet! Woohoo! Yo, look at this stuff, the living room carpet. Let's get it laid.
Laying the carpet in a living room is one of the most exciting parts. And for our living room, we've gone for the colour brown.
That's gonna look nice.
But as exciting as it is, laying a carpet is super fiddly. For us, it requires 2 people and a lot of time and patience. We started by cutting the edges around 2 inches from each side, then stretching out the carpet and then cutting it in way finer and pucker. But the sofa is arriving tomorrow and we have a lot of work to do. So while me and Maddie were laying the carpet, over in the kitchen, Toby was building the TV unit. This doesn't only just look nice, it also doubles as storage for Mum and Dad's stuff. And by the time Toby finished building this, me and Maddie were done with the carpet.
And now the carpet is tidied up. You can really see this place start to come together. And in all honesty, I personally aren't the biggest fan of this colour carpet. However, Mum and Dad are super skeptical of having carpet in their living room because they have 2 dogs. And I think this is going to be a nice colour to try and break it in and maybe make them carpet lovers.
And I like the colour.
And I like the colour too.
What do you guys think of our colour carpet? I do think it's going to make our sofa pop out colour and make the sofa look way better as well. So
That's true.
there's swings and roundabouts. But for now, I think it's time to get all the stuff inside and make some final additions to this place.
First thing to bring in was the TV unit that Toby built earlier.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, wow, that looks crazy. That's nice.
And already after bringing 1 piece of furniture in, I started to like the room a lot more.
And this has given me confidence with more furniture. I might start liking this room.
So we cracked on and started installing the curtains while Maddie was building the coffee table which matches the TV unit. Once we installed the 3 brackets on the wall, it was time to actually add the curtains.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Hey, look at that!
that's a curtain.
And just by adding the curtains to the room, it's crazy how much it makes a difference. But the hard work's not over yet because Maddie on the other side,
Trying to build a coffee table.
and everyone knows how fiddly and awkward flat packs are. But by this point, we have done so many of it, we're actually becoming pretty good. And Mum and Dad's brand new coffee table was coming to life.
Hey, we got a coffee table. Hey.
But the next thing for us to do was to tidy everything up because tomorrow we have the most exciting delivery. The moment we've all been waiting for.
The most important part of the room.
One by one, the delivery guys brought in each piece of the sofa.
What the chaos? We got the sofa arrive.
And it was safe to say that we were super excited to see how this thing would look. And when all pieces of the sofa were in the room separately, you could tell the pure scale of how big this sofa was.
I'm so excited. They look so good already.
It was so nice for us to sit back and watch this thing get built. All we had to do during this process was make the teas and coffees. But by the time the kettle flicked, these guys had the sofa all pieced together and looking absolutely amazing.
That is ultimate efficiency.
Oh, that's so comfy.
Oh, pucker. Oh, that's pretty sick, isn't it?
like this thing.
And with the most recent addition to the sofa, it's time to start adding all the final finishing details. These are the things that really show how much thought you've put into a place. And for mum and dad, the smaller things are what they actually cherish the most. So we set ourselves a mission to reuse the pictures that were on the stairs previously. Once we removed all the damaged parts, we took out the previous picture and are going to attempt to extend our family collage. With the family and our memories forever increasing, it was time to put the family collage in a bigger frame. And when mum and dad find out that we're reusing and recycling their favourite frames, they're going to love it.
Mum and dad are gonna lose their mind.
They're gonna love that.
What the hell?
And for the rest of the room, it was time to add some more final finishing details, and it's just got us so excited for Christmas.
Pretend. Oh, God. This door was installed.
And when we look back to how this living room looked 3 months ago, it's crazy to think this is how it's looking now. Mum and dad are gonna absolutely lose their mind when they see this. Because don't forget, last time they saw the living room, it looked like this. And now, well, the transformation speaks for itself. And my favourite part of the whole thing still has gotta be the giraffe painting and the updated family montage.
This living room is absolutely insane and better than we ever expected.
I literally love this room. I don't know if it's my favourite room. I don't know.
I think
so
it is,
nice.
especially with this log burner. That's giving us Christmas vibes. We're so excited. And if you guys are excited to see our parents' reaction to this build and see us, hopefully, fingers crossed, get it done before Christmas, make sure you go down there and smash that subscribe button because it's going to help us out and get this thing done.
I'm so excited for the reaction.
Woohoo! Love you all. Thanks so much for watching our videos. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye.